I do know you caught up with another important person from the Angels staff.
I did. Our very good friend, Tim Mead, who has been the president of the Angels, PR, marketing, everything for 40 years. He got the job, the offer of a lifetime, and that was to be the president of the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown.
Wow, these guys have some tenure, don't they?
He is the most amazing person.
Wow.
And you know what? We're going to miss him so much, but I'm so thrilled for him. It was so cool to see him at the ceremony. He was introduced this past weekend, so really, really cool for Tim. And I did have a chance to catch up with him just before he left the Angels, and here's what he had to say.
Tell us how the Hall of Fame came knocking.
Jeff Idleson's been a friend for 30 plus years, and he came in spring training. We'd had a conversation a few years ago about someday maybe working together. But he came to me in spring training and talked to me about the resignation and said he wasn't being presumptuous in making a recommendation, but that he wanted me to be his pick to succeed him.
What will you miss the most?
The people, the fans, the players, just the people across the spectrum. You know, the ushers, the Jeff in security, Keith Tarter in the clubhouse, you know, Ruben in the press box. All those people are just as important to me as Albert and Mike or anybody else. And
40 years that you've been here, what was your first day like?
First day in 1980 was kind of an initiation with Rod Carew. We used to have to get photos signed in the public relations office, so I had my polyester blue pants on and was thrilled to death to go down and see a player that I grew up idolizing. And so I walk up to him and I said, "Mr. Carew, my name is Tim Mead. I'm the new Angels intern." And he was in his locker and he just kind of spun on his heels and looked at me and said some things that I'm not going to repeat for this interview. And by the time he was through with me, I was sweating. I was, I don't know, stunned. And I turned around and walked away, and then he started laughing because the whole thing had been set up from the PR office upstairs. So you remember your first day, and he made sure I remembered it.
And I really can't thank you enough, Tim Mead. We will miss you so much, but now I can say I know a Hall of Famer at the Hall of Fame.
You know a lot of people, but
I'm telling you what.
That's a really cool story.
And he said he'd give us a private tour, Will, so I think we should take him up on that.
I'm in.
Like, yes, for sure we're going to Cooperstown.
Now, there's been a serious matter at all major league stadiums. I mean, for a long time, but this year it's really made headlines.
Yeah.
The netting needs to come up because people have been getting injured with foul balls.
Yeah, too many people, including our friend of the show, dear friend Joanne Ordway. I walked down to the field one day a couple weeks ago, and she had a black eye, and I said, "Did you get hit with the baseball?" She said, "Yes, I did." I said, "Joe, I have to talk to you on camera about this, and we need to get that netting up." And what do you think her response was?
Well, I bet she wanted it autographed. That's a joke, but it's not a joke.
It's not. I mean, she does not want the netting up because she loves the access she has down there. And I get it, but this is just too dangerous for batting practice and for the game. The netting has to go up.
I mean, we love Jo. She's a super fan. She's also a
Yes.
baseball purist, so
She is.
it's hard to blame that, but the safety has to increase there.
And you know what I mentioned to her too? I said, "Joe, you pay attention during games. So you're not doing this on your phone. You are actually paying attention, and you looked down for a minute and got hit." So
Yeah.
think of the people that are not paying attention.
There's people of all ages and people on their phones more during
Right,
games,
exactly.
so I'm a proponent of the net.
All right, so let's just go and see what Joe had to say.
We are here with local resident Joanne Ordway. Joanne, you are an avid Dodger fan. You're here for every game, but something happened that is in the news these days. You got hit by a baseball during the game. Tell us what happened.
Yes, I did. I was sitting closer than I normally sit by one aisle and like 3 rows. I was in the 3rd row from the front at third base, and a foul ball came, and it got there so fast that I did not have time to react. By the time I saw it, it was like 6 inches away from me. And I was watching the game, so it wasn't that I was watching. It just came that fast that I couldn't react, and it hit me in the head.
So it hit you in the head. I know you had quite a shiner on your eye for a couple of weeks, but we're talking about the netting, which is actually right behind us, and putting that up. And I know that you're not a fan of that.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Even though I got hit, I'm definitely not. I think they should put it over as far as third base and then leave it open, because when you're past third base, you have time to react when the ball comes, if you're paying attention. But a lot of people are just on their cell phones or socializing and not really paying attention to the game. It's not like it used to be, and I think that's why so many people are getting hit. It's not the same crowd that there was years and years and years ago watching the baseball game. So
You got hit, and you do pay attention.
I do pay attention, and like I said, it's because it was so close, and I don't usually sit that close, so I didn't have time to react. I don't even want to say that I froze because I don't think I did, but it was just when I saw it, it was that close. And one of the security guards saw it, and apparently it bounced on the seat in front of me, so it disappeared. So you thought the ball was gone, but then it came back up and hit me.
We're glad that you're okay. Did you have a concussion?
Yeah, just a mild one though, but a real big shiner, like you said, all the way down the right side of my face.
I was a little concerned when I saw that for sure.
Yeah, but I'm okay.
All right, well, hopefully the netting will go up. Major League Baseball is still discussing it, but just to keep great Dodger fans like this one safe, I say put the net up.
Maybe they could do a retractable one. During batting practice, retract it.
That would be
And then put it all the way down for the game.
I think since you got hit, your suggestions should stay.
I think so too.
Retractable netting would be good.
Right. That would work perfectly, because then during the game you're not having any interaction with the players. But when the net's there, it's over with for the fans who are here for the players.
Okay, Joe, I know you love the access for the game, but it's just dangerous. Put the nets up, guys.
Yeah, I
Tell
agree.
Joe Torre, put the nets up.
I agree. Safety first.
Yes, absolutely.